Y'all, why he try to love bomb me? I'm thinking, how? Yo, I can't make this up. And it's the thing, ladies, like you have to ask these questions. Y'all, I just had some turkey tacos. Because, and they were so good. They were good. They were healthy. I had my vegetables with my lettuce and my jalapenos, my tomatoes. Man, I had my lean ground turkey. It was some healthy tacos. But I needed to get on here and tell y'all about one of the guys I was talking to. We went on one date. We're gonna call him the IT guy. He has he's like in the IT business, I don't know. And then he also has a computer business where he fixes computers. It's like his little side business. And you know, he was cool off site. Like he's 6'2". I'm 5'7 3/4", so I'm basically like 5'8". So I was like, okay, 6'2" is a great height. He didn't have no kids, never been married. He wanted kids. Like, he's stating this in his profile, so I know he's serious. It ain't just me like asking him, do you want kids? No, he came out that he wants kids. So I was like, ooh, like perfect. He's a good contender. So we were chatting on the app for a couple of, like 2 days, and then we exchanged numbers because I had to get off of that app. Like, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, let me get a couple numbers. Let me start with this batch, and then as we weave this batch out, I will weave in more. Let me go wash my hands real quick. So we was talking for like a week and a half total, but just yesterday I had to cut him off. I had to, because I was like, D, we old now. Like, ain't no sense. By the way, if you're new here, which you probably are, because I've only got like 100 subscribers. My name's Dominique, and I'm a single black female. I'm in my mid-30s. I want marriage. I want kids one day, if it's in the cards for me. But if not, I'm chilling. It's okay. But I'm sitting here, and I'm taking you guys on my dating journey. So this is my dating chronicles. And I also show you like a fashion brand that I'm trying to build up called Cash. More to come on that at a later date. So anyways, back to IT guy. We cut him off. He had to go. It was so many red flags in the like 10 days that we were talking. It was unreal. So I have a list of the red flags because I don't want to forget them, and I want this to be a learning lesson for y'all. You feel me? Because like I said, I done been around the block. I got experience in this dating life, and I definitely got experience picking the wrong guy. So learn from my mistakes. It's all good. I'm here to laugh with y'all. I'm here to teach, preach, and you know what I'm saying? Just live by my own, what I'm saying. Live by my own preachings. So back to the IT dude. He seemed cool up front. Like, my thing used to be, if he matched me on paper, then he good to go. You know what I'm saying? You my man, my man. And that was all it took. And I really understood that came from generational, I should say, trauma. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what us women in my family do. I don't know what it is, but like, we take the bare minimum ass dudes and we somehow spend the next 5 years with the dude. So I did that twice. My whole 20s was with two 5-year relationships that were trash. But anyways, the dudes matched me on paper. So that is what that was enough for me. And there was some type of physical attraction. Like, my thing is beards. If you're butt ass ugly but you got a beard, it's a pass for me. Like, we can hang out. So anyways, he had a beard, he's tall, on paper, we matched. So by the old standards, it would have been like, okay, cool, like I'm all in, like all eggs in this basket. But I'm older now, and I done lived and I learned, and I'm like, no, that's a bare minimum qualification. Like, you gotta, at the very least, match me on paper. So, cool, he checked off the bare minimum qualification. So we talking. We ended up going on a date, and these red flags, they came over time. But then, like, towards the last few days, it was like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, whoa. I was like, yikes, this is a lot. This is a lot. I'm gonna have to go with my gut here. This ain't right for me. But more to come on that. So we go on our first date, and it's just to like this bowling alley that also had a pool table. And so the plan was like, go bowling, shoot some pool. I'm gonna be honest, I really was not feeling the date. It wasn't because of him, because like he was cool or whatever, but I just wasn't in the mood to bowl. You ever just be not in the mood to be active? Like, can we just have a dinner and talk and chill and get to know each other a little bit more? Because at that point we'd only been talking for like, I don't know, a few days. Mind you, the whole life of this, you know, getting to know each other is about 10 days. So first red flag is, you know, at the end of the first date, he tells me like the next day, like, oh, I really wanted to kiss you. I was going to kiss you. Y'all, why I tell him I was sick during the date? Because I don't know. I just caught the vibe. I just caught the vibe that, okay, this dude, he had already told me he got a foot fetish, which I don't know about y'all, but when a dude tell me he has a foot fetish, I just think he weird. And all I can imagine is you sucking the last bitch toes. And I'm creeped out by it. I don't like it. So I lied. I said I wasn't feeling good. And so I kept like a nice respectable distance throughout our date. But he tells me the next day that he wanted to give me a kiss. And I was thinking, ew. Like, I swear, I'm not a prude. By far. But I don't know you like that. Don't be kissing me, trying to kiss me on the first date. Not to mention, like a couple days before that, he was asking me like, do I have any conditions or allergies or anything? And I was like, nah, not that I know of. I'm cool, I'm chilling. He gonna tell me he got canker sores and eczema. Eczema, okay, whatever. But canker sores, I swear y'all, I'm not judgmental. But the visualization of you having canker sores in your mouth and me kissing you, it just was repulsive. I'm so big on like mouth hygiene. It just turned me off. So there was absolutely no way. And I'm so glad he didn't try to kiss me, because that would have been awkward. So anyways, that was the first red flag I felt. Was like, dude, don't try to kiss me on our first date where we shooting pool. Like, no, this ain't that type of party. So another red flag was one day, like we had a crazy ass snow, and I was mad. Like I was really pouting that I had to shovel my own driveway. I never had to shovel my own driveway. And so I was mad. Like, I can't believe it snowed. Like, I was so pissed off. And he's like, oh, well, I can come shovel it for you. Skirt. And he said tonight. And I'm thinking, hell to the no. I'm not about to let you know where I live just so I ain't got to shovel no driveway. No, sir. I said, oh, thank you, but, you know, I got a snowblower, so it should be fine. So to me, that was the second red flag, because, yeah, it was a nice gesture to offer to come shovel my driveway. But, bruh, I've known you for like 5 days. Ain't no way I'm about to invite you to my crib, my home, my house. This ain't no apartment where like, well, my lease about to be up anyways, or, oh, we got security at the, you know, downstairs. No, sir. I'm not inviting you to my house after 5 days of knowing you. And so to me, I just felt like, okay, cool it. The offer was cool, but it's bad timing. So that was another red flag to me, because I just felt like he should have thought that through a little bit more. I'm looking over here because my notes are over here. And matter of fact, let me go flip my coat. And if I get any hate from men on this video, like, first of all, I don't even expect y'all to see this, because this is really early on in my little YouTube journey. But if I get any type of hate from a man talking about, damn, you can't please women. You're damn right. Oh, y'all, this was a big red flag. So, in the first couple of days, we talking, and he's like, he lets me know that he's never been in love before. Mind you, I had to ask. He's never been in love before, and that his longest relationship was 8 months. This man, 40 years old. I said, so why is that? Because that's abnormal. You done lived 40 years and you ain't never been in love with nobody? To me, that was a huge red flag, because I'm like, well, shit, I ain't about to be the first one. Like, that ain't the type of battle and journey that I'm willing to take on, cause no. But then it's the 8-month thing too, where it's like, I had to ask him, like, why has that been your longest relationship? Like, you know, you're 40 years old. And it's the thing, ladies, like, you have to ask these questions. Don't just take what he said. Like, if you're serious about giving him a chance and you're being intentional in dating, you really got to ask these questions. Don't just take what he says and then move on to the next thing. Like, you need to dive deep. So he's like, oh, well, because I didn't really date in my 20s. I spent my whole 20s, trying to build myself up as a man, get my career going, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, cool. That's respectable. I can understand that. I said, but what about your 30s? And he was like, yeah, I had just started dating and really getting out there. And so I was just like, okay. It was noted, but it wasn't like oh no, I'm done. It was noted, but I ain't gonna lie. If I liked him this much before he told me that, it went down to this much. Because I already knew being the first person that you fall in love with at the age of 40, it ain't the beat. It don't seem like a fun journey. So I already was like, let me get back on this app and find his replacement stats. So I dig a little bit deeper, like, okay, so cool, you done built your career up, whoop-de-whoop. He's like, yeah, I've been in IT for 18 years. I'm thinking, all right, cool. My man's is established. Like, he been consistent in his one career, 18 years. Like, he got to be making some good money, because number one is IT, but number two, 18 years in anything, you probably making good money. And it's not that I'm trying to, like, clock his pockets or nothing, but again, it's about a matter of, do you match me on paper? I can't make significantly more money than you and it be the right dynamic in our household. And he's like, oh yeah, also I have my side business. I have my own business where I fix computers and things. And I was like, okay, cool, that's what's up. And he was like, and I do travel agency work. And I was like, okay, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? You getting your shmoney. Y'all. So I dig a little bit more into it, because again, don't just ask questions. Don't just, scratch the surface. You got to dive deep, and you have to listen to what he's really, really saying. So you're telling me your career took priority for over 10 years. That's why you ain't never been in love. All right, cool. But come to find out, I asked him how long he been at his job, his current company. He gonna say, almost 6 months. Bitch, that could be anywhere from 1 month to 6 months. Who knows, right? And that was another flag on top of the flag, because I was like, how is it only 6 months? So then I said, okay, so what was you doing before then? He was like, I was doing some contracting work for some company. And basically the contract like fell through or something. So anyways, as he's telling me this, I'm thinking like, bro, so you ain't had no stable job, employer for how long? But I'm thinking, all right, you know what? It's cool, because he got his own business. That's probably like his bread and butter. So I asked him flat out, so which one is your bread and butter? He told me the job. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. Then he volunteers to me that his business made $10,000 last year. And I was like, oh, okay, how long you been in business? Girl, why he said for 9 years? So you mean to tell me that this job you done had for less than 6 months is your bread and butter, and this job, this company that you've been building throughout this whole time that you ain't been dating, because it's what you've been focused on, is only bringing you $10,000 a year? No, sir. Something's ain't adding up. 2 plus 2, it ain't making 4. And so I'm like 65% checked out at this point. I'm out. I'm like, yeah, this ain't it. And then the travel agency business, girl, he literally just started it this week. Not this week, but the week that we met. Like, he getting his welcome emails and stuff. So I'm like, all right, you ain't making no money off of that. So it's giving brokey. Like, you really starting to sound broke. Then he's like, oh yeah, and then also like I'm into classical cars, like I fix them up and to resell them. I got this one car I had to show you one day. Da 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 da. So I was like, all right, and he kind of find out he done had this one classical car. Didn't like he been flipping them. He got one that he bought in 2021. Still ain't fixed. They dumped all this money into it. Still don't work. Still ain't ready to be sold. And he talking about some so I'm hoping to hurry up and get it fixed, you know, and I hope that I ain't losing out on no money. Bruh, not only is you a brokey, but you sound like you ain't even got no business smarts. I can't. My field, what I do for work is business. And I have a very strong like business mindset. And sure, it could have been a good yin and yang, but no, sir, not in your 40s. Maybe if we was both in our late 20s, early 30s, but that ain't the case. So it's a no for me. That was another flag. Bruh. So we had a full conversation. This is another flag. We had a full conversation about friends and family borrowing money. And I was like, yeah, I done been burnt by that. Like, I had a friend do whoop-de-whoop, and I took an L. And I just deaded it. Like, it was done. Like, the friendship was still there, but I knew, like, and he knew, you can't come to me to borrow no more money ever again. And so we had this full conversation. Then he goes in, but yeah, you know, I think that, you know, if it's your mate, that you should be, you know, it should be different. He's like, because, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I had to ask a girlfriend to borrow money before. I'm like, all right, sir. It's been good. Because at what point during your 8-month relationship did you deem it appropriate to ask her for some money? And that's assuming that it was with the chick that you was with for 8 months. For all I know, you was with a girl for a month, like, oh yeah, can I borrow some money? Hell no. So my suspicions were right. You's a brokey. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I swear I'm not the type of girl that's like, oh, my man gotta make 6 figures and he need to pay for all these, my nails, my hair, my this and my that. I'm not that girl, but you also not about to borrow no money from me. Unless you my husband and some shit went down. Then I got you. Hell no. So it didn't even click in my mind to be like, nigga, was that the last relationship? Or like, how long ago was that? But honestly, it didn't even matter at this point. And so, like I said, it really started to elevate towards the end of this situation. So the things was like back to back. And I was just peeping it. Like, I wasn't really saying much. I was just like clocking it. Y'all, why he try to love bomb me? Oh. It's so funny because I can see that shit from a mile away now. This dude trying to love bomb me. I'm like, yeah, you should have got more experience in your 20s because this right here is giving you need to date a chick that's young and dumb. Because he gonna first of all, he wanted to spend all weekend with me. Talking about, yeah, well, Friday we can go out to eat. You know, Saturday we can go throw axes and get something to eat again. And Sunday we can go watch the Super Bowl. First of all, dude, at what point did I tell you I was into football? To where you think I'm about to dedicate 3, 4, 5, I don't even know how long the games are, hours to watching this game. No. Second of all, I told him flat out, I said, yeah, I can't commit to all 3 days. I said, I could probably do Saturday, but all 3 days, you know, I have other stuff I have to do because the fuck. So he's like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. But the fact that he was trying to take up all my time, like on top of that, he called me every single night and we talked for 2 hours. Mind you, the 2 hours was cool in the first couple of days, but then it was like, all right, dude, like you really trying to capitalize and monopolize my time. And you know I'm dating. Like, I done kept it all the way real with you. I'm still on the app. I'm still dating. You know what I'm saying? So he was really trying to make sure he took all my time. He told me how great I am, how like I don't know how special I am. Pause. I do. And that's why I'm just like, I'm not playing no games this time around. And I don't care, like, if people are like, oh, she gonna be single. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I will be single because this ain't a bad life. It's really not. And what I will say is, being in a relationship, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. You know, it really ain't. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of patience. It's a lot of forgiveness, understanding, and just like time and effort. It's just a lot. And I'm cool with myself. Like, I love hanging out with myself. I love spending time with myself. So it's not a bother. It's not a bother for me to be single. Not only was he trying to take up every single evening of mine, like, this is our routine now. And I'm thinking, like, dude, I'm not your girlfriend, bro. Like, why? You know, you think that a guy is into you because he's calling you every day and yada yada. And yeah, in some cases it is. But if there's other things that are adding to that, like I said, he constantly telling me how great I am, which, okay, thank you. Like, cool. Appreciate it. But I don't need to hear that multiple times a day, because now it's giving you gassing me up. And then, again, you want to monopolize my whole weekend. Bro, I just met you. Like, you need to slow down. And then he's like, he hits me up. This was like the day before I end up ending it on his ass. He's like, yo, I really care about you, shorty. And I'm thinking, how? Yo, I can't make this up. Like, how? I said, why? Why do you say that? Oh, because, you know, I really care about your comfort and this and that. Like, dude, prove it. Like, you're just saying words. You're just saying words. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, you really care about me. No, I'm 35. So maybe you need a 25-year-old. And no shade to y'all, but y'all gotta smarten up. And honestly, that really only comes with experience. So damn, I'm sorry for y'all, but we all gotta go through it. Let me get my cold. Anyways, yeah, he tried. I recognize that. Like, it wasn't like an obvious love bombing, but it definitely was. Like, it was definitely giving love bombing. And also, it's the fact that you never been in love before. So this just seems rehearsed. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel good in my soul. It felt fabricated. It felt forced. It felt like he just was doing too much. So I went with my gut. On that. And I'm sorry for keep messing with my hair. I don't like it on me. I normally wear my fro, but I straighten my hair so I can like cut my ends real good. Oh my God. So another flag was we was both looking for the movie Roots. If you know, you know. Okay? Black History Month. And we couldn't find it. Like, he had it on something, but where it was showing like all day, but he couldn't like start it where he wanted to start it. And I'm looking all over. I'm on Tubi, Prime, Netflix, YouTube. Like, I'm looking for Roots and cannot find it, which is absurd. It's Black History Month. Why would Roots not be easily available? But that's another story. No, I said I'm gonna look for it on Prime. He gonna say something. Well, if you find it, do you mind sharing your Prime with me? Yes, I mind. Because what? Because what? Why would I share my Prime with you? I've known you for 6 days. You're broke. That honestly, when he sent that, it made me chuckle, because I'm like, yo, this dude. It's a no, sir. It's an absolutely no, sir. All right, 2 more red flags on him being broke. So we're talking about how like we both are pursuing our businesses, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta squeeze in dating into my routine because my business is like really important to me right now. This is the year for me to really pursue this. And he was like, oh, well, since we both, trying to do some work, maybe we can hang out sometimes and we both just be working. No, sir. Not right now. This is the courting phase. This ain't no, I'ma hang out with you and do some work. I could do work at home. I could do work by myself. I could do work at work. It ain't gonna be with you. You need to court me. And me chilling up, and where we gonna be? Me chilling wherever you think this is gonna happen, doing some work, just to spend time with you, to me was just like, this guy's starting to get some real audacity. So that was one too where I was like, no, bro, like you need to be taking me out on dates. You need to be giving me little small gifts. You need to be, you know what I'm saying, like whining and fucking dining me. So I was like, yeah, brokey. Like everything he was saying, brokey. And mind you, this is in a matter of days. So, and then like I held on to this for a long time. Then he was talking about in some days we can have movie nights. Sir, where? Because it damn sure not about to be at my house, and it's not about to be at your studio apartment with your 40-year-old ass. And the only reason why I didn't judge him about the studio and from the jump is because he said he's paying for rent for an office space for his business. But then when I found out later that your business is bringing in $10,000 a year, the math ain't mathing. Like, it don't make sense. Why are you doing that? I'm confused. And how long you been doing that? Like, either way, you offering for us to have movie nights? No, take your broke ass home. No. So then the last thing, and it's the last one, I promise y'all, because it was a lot. It was a lot with this dude, right? The last thing was like, yeah, his whole travel agency thing, like he'll make some money. I'm like, I hope I ain't ashy. He'll make some money when people book trips through him, and he'll get discounts and etc. And he told me like a few days prior that, oh, he's got a trip planned to London and he's got another trip planned to somewhere. I don't remember. I didn't care. And he, so fast forward to the current conversation, he was like, oh, so I want you to come on these trips with me. This was through text, and I didn't respond yet. So then he sends another message, but I can't pay for it, so you'll have to go in on it. I said, I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know. That was the night before I ended the things with him, right? So I wake up the next morning, and I'm like, shit, let me unmatch with him on Hinge before I let him know, because you just don't know who crazy. You don't know what they're capable of. For all I know, he'll have been a hater and go report me on some nonsense, and then I had to start all over or do some dumb shit. I was like, no, we're not going through that. So I went on Hinge and I unmatched him. I unmatched with him, and I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna let him know today, right? I kid you not even 10 minutes later, not even, he hits me up like, uh-oh, I see that you unmatched with me. Did I say something wrong, or are you just not interested? And I was like, damn, like, do they get alerts or something? Like, how did he see that? Did y'all, if y'all have experience on Hinge, let me know. Like, I don't know if I've ever been unmatched before, but I know I never got an alert that I've been unmatched. So I was just like, it can't be just checking every day just on a humbug. Like, how did he know so fast? Somebody tell me, because I don't know. And I'm about to be scared to unmatch with people because I don't want them to be calling me out like he did. So I was like, well, yeah. And I was thinking like the easiest way, because again, I don't know this dude, and I don't want no type of drama. Like, I live a straight ass peaceful life, and I didn't want no drama. So I was like, yeah, I just decided that I'm not ready to start dating, and I am matched with all the people I started a conversation with. So it was nice getting to know you, but I don't want to waste your time. This man gonna text back, okay. I was thinking like, damn, I thought you cared about me, shawty. But I was like, whatever. I laughed it off and I didn't respond. Then he sends me a link, talk about, well, whenever you do book your travel, go through me. He sends me a link to his website for the travel agency shit. I gave him a thumbs up just cause, again, I don't want no drama. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not dealing with you. You will never hear from me again. But it's cool. It's nice. So anyways, y'all, don't ignore red flags. Don't let a guy love bomb you. Be very vigilant, and don't be afraid to just cut it off when you had enough. To be honest, that was a lot of red flags. However, again, they happened like really, really close together, like within a matter of 2 days. And so I cut it. I was like, yeah, we're not doing this. We're not. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed my little dating chronicle. And I hope you learned something. If you have a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm going to respond to all of them because I ain't getting that right now. So yeah, I got the time. And then I will see y'all in the next video.